This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Munford High School.
Hey, it's Lilly Prestidge, a 17-year-old senior at Munford High, our Star Student of the Month. And Lilly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us today. Brandon Gilliland, history teacher at Munford, is with us this morning as well. Brandon, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us. And Lilly, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 17. I'm a middle child of two brothers, and I've been at Munford my whole life, and I'm just ready to graduate.
All right. You're a senior at Munford this year. What about your family?
I live with my grandmother, so she's like a really big person in my life. And my older brother just graduated last year.
Yay.
And my little brother will be coming into the high school as I leave.
Wow, that's fantastic. What's so special about going to Munford School?
Wow. It's like a really close-knit community. Like, it's like everyone knows everyone, and everyone's friendly. And everyone's basically your family or your friends, and there's just so many opportunities that they open up for you for like community service and classes and to prepare you for your future. Okay.
And Brandon Gilliland, history teacher at Munford. And Brandon, what can you add about Lilly that maybe it would take us a while to get to, but kind of condense it a little bit?
She's the embodiment of what we expect of our students at Munford High School. She's caring, has a good relationship with her peers, puts others first a lot of times, and is very strong in her church community as well.
At history class, is she one of your students?
She was. She actually topped out last year with our AP Government and Politics class, and she was one.
And that's a good thing, right?
That's a good thing. She actually earned a qualifying score, so she now has an additional 3 credit hours walking into her college career.
Wow, fantastic. Lilly, talk about your time at Munford in your schooling and some of the activities you're involved in there at Munford High.
Well, like Dr. G said, I'll be taking my 7th AP class this year because I have 4 of them. And I've been a part of SGA for a while now. I actually didn't do it this year, but I have done it all throughout high school. And I'm the president of the Senior Beta Club and of Dr. G's new Rho Kappa Social Studies Society. And I'm a member of the softball team.
Well, this list is long of your accomplishments at Munford High, so congratulations to you. You mentioned that you are part of the Lady Lions softball team for, what, 6 years now? Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. I play right and left field, so I'm one of the outfielders, and it's just something that I really like to do because our teammates are like so close together, and they're like it's like a sisterhood. They're such great to each other, and it's just fun to compete with people that are like your best friends, and you're just so close, and you get to go to school with each other, so you get to be there for each other.
Softball season will be starting soon, right?
Yes, so we had our first long practice, so we didn't get done until like 6 last night.
Is that tough on your body, the first practice?
I wanted to go home and crash.
Yeah, Who is the coach of the Lady Lions softball team?
Daryl Smith. He's a teacher in the middle school.
Okay. Brandon Gilliland, who's a history teacher at Munford High. Talk a bit about Munford High School itself and some of the achievements that have been accomplished there.
Munford's a very close-knit community, and over the last 5 or 6 years, we've expanded our AP course offerings and have begun offering dual enrollment classes as well. We also have a partnership with Gadsden State to allow students to learn a trade, things such as welding, on site there. We also have our famous outdoor classrooms due to our partnership with the U.S. Forestry Service, so definitely a lot of good things.
So how does that work? How does that work, the outdoor classes?
So we have an outdoor classroom where teachers can actually go out there and deliver lessons, and we have hot spots around the campus, like our bluebirds, where the students can actually see bluebirds from their egg stage to newborn stage. So.
Wow, fantastic. Lilly Prestidge is our Star Student of the Month, a senior at Munford High School. What's for you after graduation?
I think I'm going to go to UAB, and I hope to major in biomedical sciences on pre-med track, and I hope to be a doctor and go to UAB's med school.
Why that particular direction?
I think it was because my mom and my grandmother are both nurses in the medical field, and I don't know, just the way that they care about people, it just makes me want to care about other people. And the work I've done with my church, it makes me have more compassion for people, and I just want to help them. And I think that's what led me to want to become a doctor.
Speaking of your church, talk a little bit about the church and your involvement there.
Oh, yes. My church is like closer than my family. They're like
I saw that big smile on your face when I mentioned that.
They're like my family that I didn't know, I didn't know was possible until just a few years ago, because when my mom and my dad get too busy, I actually have church parents, my youth pastor and his wife. I can go to their house and I have they have daughters and they're like my little sisters, and I just they push me to do things that I'm not comfortable with, speaking in front of people. I've never been good at it, but they've gotten me on a stage to do dramas and to speak to people, and that's not something I'd ever see myself doing. And so they're just really, really close to my heart.
Wow, that's fantastic. Brandon, it's obvious that she is blooming out of her speaking for sure, isn't she?
And she is.
How would you like to be remembered as you leave Munford High School? How would you like to be thought of as you head to your next level in life?
I think I would like to be thought of as someone who cares for other people, someone who's just there for people to make their lives easier, to make them happier, just to be a smile when people need it.
What about your community involvement?
My community involvement mainly comes from my church and from the Senior Beta Club, because they open up a lot of opportunities for me to do different things. My church does a lot of outreach programs for our school. So we've had a program, not really a program, but it's a little event where we all met at the flagpole one morning. We just all prayed for the community, prayed for anyone that needed it, and just talked to them. And then we had a magician come to our church, and we got to pass out things for them to come for free with their family, just to have something to do after school. And we have a first priority at our school, and it just brings it's student led, but it just brings it into the school so that kids have an opportunity to hear it when they wouldn't really hear it. And the Senior Beta Club does a lot with the kids in our community and our school. Last year we got to we sponsored 4 kids for Christmas, and we got to just anonymously buy them a bunch of gifts and gave them Christmas when they couldn't afford it.
Wow, that's wonderful. Your favorite subject in school is science. Why?
I recently just now realized that science was my favorite, because I've recently just started taking AP Biology, and that class is very rigorous and very hard and complicated, but I like it because simple things that go on every day that we don't really think that much about because they seem so simple, but when you go inside to actually look at the process, it's really complex, and it's really super interesting to think that that really goes on in our body.
Wow, fantastic. Brandon Gilliland, who's a history teacher at Munford, how critical is it that times have changed, social media has gotten more involved with our education and things like that? How critical is it that we continue to produce young men and women like Lilly Prestidge?
It's extremely critical, and with Talladega County Schools, we have the one-to-one Chromebook initiative where every student has a device, a technology device that they can use to further their studies too, and that's become instrumental in the field of education with the dawn of social media and with these other technological tools.
Okay, Lilly, who's someone in your life that maybe if you hit a bump in the road or having a bad day or just need to talk to someone and it'll stay right there, who would that be? Maybe more than one, but who would one stand out of your mind as?
My youth pastor's wife. She listens to all of my problems, and she totally relates to you, even if it's not something she's been through. You always know that she cares about you, and that's just something that always makes me feel better when I have something to talk about.
Well, one thing is for sure, that you're going in the right direction, and you've got a great future in life, and you're going to help a lot of people. And we appreciate you coming this morning. Lilly Prestidge, a senior at Munford High School, along with Brandon Gilliland, history teacher there, joining us as well. Thank you both for coming today.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We've got more Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.
This Star Student of the Month was brought to you by TV 47. Tune in to Daybreak weekdays at 6:30 a.m. for your Star Student of the Month.